So you can basically blame just Carve Rob for this video. These are all a bunch of springs I ordered on Amazon. You get thicker springs, thinner springs, smaller springs, wider springs. They all come in different, whatever you would say. I ordered this set because, well, I've never made a bobblehead before, and, well, I just didn't know what type of spring I needed. So on this video today, we're going to carve a bobblehead. A bobblehead gnome. I've already carved the head a little bit. Still got more carving to do. This is basswood, like right here, that I ordered off Amazon. Sometimes it's hit or miss. This basswood's pretty solid, but I'm not the biggest fan of carving the basswood with my rotary tools because you can see how fuzzy it is, and that's my least favorite wood to carve is fuzzy wood. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So this gnome head, you can see there how I hollowed it out. I got a dowel. I glued the spring with this CA glue there. That's super glue. I glued it in, and I had to redo it like 5 different times because, well, I used a thin spring at first, and then because you got the weight of this beard, it would tilt forward. Then I used a longer, thicker one that didn't work. I had to do it 5 times, long story to be short, to make it so there was a spring that worked okay. Now, sometimes, lots of times, putting things together, my mind struggles because I'm not the best at it. And it's kind of like a mental block that I have. I'm not too sure what it is. But now I got to I know bobbleheads, if you look online, just Google bobbleheads, all the heads are way bigger than the body. That's just the way it is. It would be easy to, just Carve Rob, I'm challenging you to make a bobblehead. And I'm going to be sending you some of these springs. I'm packing it up tonight with those keychain holder things too. My problem with this is the beard. This is not a normal face. Normal bobbleheads don't have the beards. They're just round, big, fat heads. This one has the beard. So I want to make sure this beard doesn't hit the body when I do it, if that makes sense. So should I start carving it this way, or should I just start carving it this way? I think I'm going to start carving it there. You see I got the feet in there. I got the shoulders. This gnome doesn't even have to have shoulders and arms. I don't know. The struggle's real, everybody. The struggle is real. There you go. Yeah, it is. All right. So you can see there, I drilled the hole down there in this block here, and I put the dowel in there. I cut the dowel shorter. So I'm just showing you guys my struggles. This video is not going to be too much carving, but I think what I'm going to do first is, this might be more like like a friggin' thing like this. I don't know. After I drilled the hole, I'm like, maybe I should have drilled the hole back farther, then made this like a fat gnome, and then it can be thin here, and his belly comes out down here. But what I got to do right now is carve the top of this body thinner. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I don't care if his body's not like perfectly shaped, like symmetrical or whatever the word is. As long you can just be like, I can just carve like make it kind of like a pyramid, and then put some feet in the bottom, and then color down. That's good enough. Struggle, everybody. So there's some fuzzy wood for you. So I had to cut the dowel shorter. So you can see there's the hole that I drilled, and look how close that I drilled to the thing there. So it sticks out like that. So I think this basically is just like a trial and error, but 100% for sure, the hardest thing about carving a gnome bobblehead is the beard. Because it'd be simple to carve a head and just pop it on, but the beard is tricky because it's in front of the body. So this fellow's not going to have arms. Usually I carve the arms and tuck them under the beard, but I'm going to carve these feet in now, and then we'll move on. We'll carry on. I don't know. Is it going to bobble around? I did carve some arms in there just because I thought, it would make it a good chance to hollow out in here for the beard to give more movement. I'm not good at carving fingers, so a good way to hide, you got an arm here, arm on the other side. Good way to show that, hide that, is to tuck them in. So looks like they're just kind of keeping warm, tucked in the sleeves. So I think I'm pretty well ready to carve the face. I got to carve the beard in there. Got some feet carved in the bottom there. This kind of just reminds me like a little angel's body or something. One thing about carving basswood, I think you're so much better. Here's my micro carver, one of them, the RAM products, is to use a micro carver. They spin so much. You can see here, this thing's set to 50,000 RPMs. And they create less dust. And what I mean by that is when you have a dust table like this that sucks in the dust, maybe not less dust, but the dust is a lot finer, and it gives my table a chance to suck it up into the dust collector in the closet. So I really, for the basswood carvers, suggest a micro carver for sure. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve the beard mustache out on this gnome, clean it up a bit. I got to sand all this thing before I paint it. I'm going to carve around. This is the Kutzall bit here, the tapered burr. It's the silver normal one. Carve around the beard with that and cut the beard hairs in. I think I might use this aluminum cutter. This cheap Chinese cutting burr to cut the beard hairs in this time. And then we'll sand it, paint it, and glue it together and hope it works. Also, maybe some of you guys see this in the background. I got to carve a gnome home, like a fairy house, out of this piece of bark. I just took it outside, cut it up with a chainsaw a bit for my buddy Lawrence across the way, for all the help him and his wife do for me. Like his wife watches my cat when I go and stuff. My cat leave when I go to the island and stuff. Anyways. Carving the basswood, like I'm so used to carving that bark, and it's so dusty. Carving basswood is definitely not as dusty as carving that cottonwood bark. That bark is dusty wood to carve. I got to make sure I don't cut through this too. Kind of round it, make sure. My noses always look square on one side. That's a nice screenshot right there. Right here. There's a screenshot. Anyways, carry on. Get a nice undercut underneath that hat so you can go up and under and continue from see how I'm going. I did the undercut under there. Now you can bring it out. Just some Scotch-Brite on a sanding mandrel here. Turn your Dremels down when you're doing this. Well, I think sandpaper will work better for the straight bow, so I got this one. This is like 320 grit or something on here. Same thing, sanding mandrel. Okay, so the body. I'll get this done, and then we'll start. I don't know if I should glue it together and then paint it, or what I should do. This guy's got like it's got a long body here. That's okay. It's a friggin' bobblehead. Bobble. This is the wood burning pen that I like to use. It's a cheap Amazon one. I'll leave a link to this on Amazon down below. Sometimes they're orange, they're blue or orange, but I think this is like 40 or 50 bucks. You know, when you get a wood burning pen, see it's got the wire tip like that. I think this comes with like 30 or 50 different tips. It's great for little carvings like this. So you can wood burn around the arms, the shoes. Like for this, I'll do around the hat, maybe around the nose, to separate the lip from the mustache. They're really good for when you're painting your projects because it can separate the paint. It acts like a little ditch. So like those shoes are going to be black, and so I don't want the green paint where I'm going to paint his robe thing there. If you water down your paint, the paint will travel in the wood, like the wood will suck it up, and then when you wood burn there, it acts like a ditch so that it will stop the paint from traveling. If that makes any sense to you, so let's get her going. I thought I was filming. I wasn't filming. Sorry. But you can see here how I wood burn around everywhere. Took me about 2 minutes to do. And it gives such a cool effect when you're doing these little carvings. Come on, heat up, pen. Let's miss some spots. This basswood burns super nice compared to the bark. The cottonwood bark does not burn nice at all. So you see how I just went under the hat there, separated the mustache from the beard, the lip, and then the arms. Sorry I wasn't filming. I thought I was. Maybe I was. The old school carving fusion paint tray here. We'll paint his hat. Oops, I forgot to do under that hat. Burn it. That's okay. Paint his hat green. And this is just dollar store paint, acrylic. Paint his hat green and his body red. The red robe. Got to kind of get under the hat there too. This is where I don't want to hit the nose because then you got to do more sanding and everything. So just kind of take your time. You got to get under the rim there. The best you can anyways. Not a friggin' spaceship. That's for sure. Or a rocket ship or whatever you want to say. All right, so then we'll paint this, let it dry. And then just carve Rob. Lately, he has been Mod Podging his pieces before he paints it. I think that's a good idea because the Mod Podge will fill in the holes that you missed, like your carving holes. But I don't have the patience to do that to let the Mod Podge dry. I will Mod Podge this after. Actually, let's kind of get inside there too. And all you can do is hope this works out. You know, like I didn't think I was going to be able to carve the head to go on the body. It might not work out, but you know, now I'm having a good time, and you just gotta challenge yourself sometimes. Well, when it comes to art, you always gotta challenge yourself, I think. I do anyways. I ain't no naturally born artist, that's for sure. So everything for me is a challenge and just repeat, repeat, repeat. So there's the hat done. So I'll put this off the side, let it dry. Oops. 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 Okay, so I'll get some red paint. We'll paint the body red. Okay, so I got some red paint on another Carving Fusion paint tray. I don't have the normal red color that I like to use. So you just kind of got to use what you get. Use what you got. And this is more expensive paint. This is the Winsor Newton stuff. So it's thicker. That's why I like the dollar store paint because it's already pretty runny. So this is kind of like, it's looking bit pinkish. I might have to do 2 coats on this. But pink wouldn't be bad because If I was going to sell this, which I probably won't, I'll probably just give it away. It would be a lady that would be buying this for sure. And I know lots of ladies like the color pink. So yeah, I think I'll have to give this 2 coats. And then I'll paint the shoes black. And then I guess stand by. Oh, the once that green paint dries, I got to paint the beard hairs. I do the beard hairs black and gray, make it kind of look old. Okay. So I did a few things last night when I was not filming. I painted these little things on there, Studio on the Lake things, and on the hat too. I'm not 100% sold on these colors. They're not. It's not my favorite red, and it's not my favorite green, but it kind of is what it is. I also Mod Podged it last night, and because I needed to have it dry for today. This is we're gonna do a black wash on it. This is black watered down acrylic paint. All you do is wipe it on. This makes your piece more weathered, I guess you could say. I do my black wash pretty thick, like lots of black paint in the water. Lots of people do it a lot thinner. Just different strokes, different folks, I guess you would say. So if you put the Mod Podge on before you do the black wash, it helps to wipe the black off, and the black should only stay in the lower parts of your carving. So we'll just get this all on here. You might want to wear gloves. This is acrylic paint. It's not going to kill me. Make sure you get everywhere. And then get a rag and wipe it off. So you see how much cooler that looks now? You know, I should have really put this thing together and tested it before. I don't know. There's just stages, and this is how I learn to do different stages, different carvings, and stuff like that. Does that make sense to you? So I'll know how to do it better next time if I do it again. I would like to do a bigger chainsaw carving one, but I don't know what the sense of that is. So that see how cool that makes it look now? It looks all older. I'll get this body done, and then we'll glue this head. I think I'm going to use a hot glue gun, and we'll see if this sucker works. So there's Carving Fusion's first bobblehead. That's the best I could do with what I had and what I knew. It's all a learning experience. Just Carve, Rob. You're up, buddy. I would like to. I'm calling you out. Just Carve, Rob. I'm calling you out. This is something that we've wanted to. I don't know who thought of it first, you or me, but anyways, this is something that we've wanted to do for a long time. It's done. It's your turn. I've sent you some springs and all the other keychain stuff and all the stuff that I had you. I sent you that wood for the knife handle, that friggin' stuff wood. Oh boy.
Yes, no, yes, maybe. Yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, maybe. No, yes, yes, no, yes, maybe.
Just Carve, Rob. So that's what it is. The bird's eye wood that I got you for the knife handle that you're going to be making. The knife that you're going to be making me when you get time. Just Carve, Rob. If nobody knows Just Carve, Rob here, he's a YouTube creator. He hasn't been making a lot of videos lately, but he's hopefully getting back to it. He's great at doing little caricatures things. Like he carved that little Geordie up there, the Dusty Geordie, the little Lee, the little pumpkin. Just Carve Rob shop piece of toast with some Carving Fusion bite marks in it. Just Carve Rob. I'll leave a link to his channel listed below. I'd love to see your little thing here with since you're so good at doing add-ons, I'd like to see it with like little arms coming out holding a sign. Yes, so your bobblehead has to. I'm calling you out. Your bobblehead has to have a little arm coming out holding a sign. There it is, everybody. Carve Fusion's first bobblehead. Might be some more one day, maybe. I don't know.
Ah, yes, no, my baby, yes, no.